Sometimes you need to get knocked down before you can.
Two, three, four.
I was born by the river in a little tent, and oh, just like the river I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. It's been too hard to live it, but I'm afraid to die, 'cause who knows what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming. I know, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes it will. And then I go to my brother, and I say, brother, help me please. And he winds up knocking me back down on my knees. Whoa, there been times that I thought, whoa, I would last too long, but now I think I'm able to carry on. It's been a long Oh, yes, it will. It's gonna change. It's gonna change. Oh, yes, it will.
Our partners at BetOnline continue to be the #1 source for all your betting needs and sports info. Hey y'all, it's your man Lloyd Spence, and look, you can find all of the latest sports developments, including updated odds on the NBA and NHL playoffs, Major League Baseball, fights, and even next season's NFL futures, all at BetOnline, because BetOnline is your continued source for all your sports wagering needs, including live betting and your favorite Vegas casino and poker games. So, very easy. It's very, very easy. All you have to do is go to the website today and use your mobile device to join and use our promo code BELIEVE, B-L-E-A-V, to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Just go to BetOnline. It's where the game starts.
Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Yeah.
Can I make you move now? Yes, I can. So you can get this groove in a bag of can. I can make it round the world and it holds in your hand. Popcorn World. 250 flavors gonna make you you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. I said popcorn make you smile. Ah. Popcorn world. Popcorn world. Popcorn world. Popcorn world. The popcorn world.
What's that saying? Breaking down the rumor and smelling out. Speaking for the people who must go around. Taking truth to power. The whisper and the shout. We're talking noise. Oh yeah. Talking noise. Yeah, yeah. Say it again. Say it. We're talking noise. Yeah. Talking noise. Really don't have to fool around. Never noise keeps us lined up. When truth divine. The sound that you hear is the sound of success. We're talking noise. Oh yeah. Talking noise. Yeah. Picking up all the same. We're talking noise. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Talking noise. Say it again. We're talking noise.
Welcome to Talkin NOIZ, the daily podcast that brings you up to speed and keeps you informed about real issues affecting real people. With your host, Mr. Talkin NOIZ himself, Lloyd Spence. His beautiful wife, Mrs. Noise, Kenyatta Spence. The ever-informed Brother Noise, Alan Brown. And yours cordially, Uncle Noise, Shake Anderson. Come on in and join us as we reveal and opine today's most pressing issues. Real truth while having real fun. Talkin NOIZ is in your house right now. So sit back and enjoy Talkin NOIZ.
Roberta Drury, age 32. Marcus Morrison, age 52. Andre Macknell, age 53. Aaron Salter, age 55. Geraldine Tolley, age 62. Celestine Cheney, age 65. Hayward Patterson, age 67. Catherine Massey, age 72. Pearl Young, age 77. Ruth Whitfield, age 86. These are all of the victims from Saturday's shooting in Buffalo, New York. We send our love, our thoughts, and condolences to their families, to that community, and to everyone affected by that situation. We're here, Talkin NOIZ, live. The crew is in the building. Glad to be here with you today. A very solemn start on this in case you missed it Monday, mainly because of a very solemn weekend it turned out to be. I don't know if you can be surprised in America anymore with these type of things. This is just where we are at this point. It's almost like clockwork where we'll be going about our normal lives and doing our normal life things, and something will happen. And these days, or at this time in here, or his time in history, it will become one of the most egregious and unbelievable things we've ever heard for this day. So the next thing in what appears to be a long line of events that have happened and are to come, an 18-year-old young man from Talkin, New York, which was 200 miles away from Buffalo, Peyton Gendron, decided that his hatred toward other races, maybe even more specifically the black race, had grown to such a fever pitch that he was going to act out a plan that he had been working on at least a month, according to reports from a what is her name? I forgot her name just that fast. She is she's the manager at the place. I would forget her name just right in the middle of what was not a bad opening. Chanel Harris Teague. She's the operations manager at Tops Grocery Store, who saw him about a month before and several hours on Friday and said, "Hey, what are you doing out here with your camper bag and camouflage on?" And she said, "You need to get out of here because you've been harassing customers and doing stuff that you had no business doing. So you need to go." And then he left and came back the very next day, and according to witnesses, began to open fire, targeting black people. In the post of all of this that we have seen, there was I don't call it a manifesto, but definitely a posting on social media saying, "Hey, I hate black people and I'm going to kill some of them." And I'm obviously paraphrasing here. And in addition to all of this, he has a history. The school itself had his high school itself had threatened. He had threatened the high school to shoot people at the high school at Saskatchewan Valley High School last year, and they sent him home for mental health. At any rate, this is a young man who is deeply troubled. This is a young man who had a history, well-documented history of problems, and yet someone didn't think that maybe he should either be mandated to some type of mental health facility or even arrested for the threatening he made to the school. So here we are in the post of a mass shooting where he drove 200 miles from his home and decided to kill up to 10 black people. Some reports say 11. That's a little bit conflicting, but confirmed are 10. Maybe they're still waiting to confirm the 11th person. I'm not sure. But here we are, once again, in the wake of violence in America, and more specifically, violence targeting black people. The thing that shocks me the most, though, is I never heard it before until this weekend, but the way this is being called a hate crime. I said, a hate crime, as like burning a cross in your yard? Like, hanging a noose outside your house?
A federal hate crime at that.
Is this a hate crime or is this murder?
Well, he's getting just 2 charges. There's the murder charge and there's a federal hate crime on top of that.
Well, let's focus on the murder because that's the part that probably matters to most people. Yes, it is a hate crime. We get it. And we'd like you to call it as such, too. We'll get into that here in the midst of this show. But it's murder. And it's murdered while black.
Actually, it's 10 counts of murder.
10 counts of first-degree murder. I don't know. I don't know if I'm supposed to be shocked by it anymore, though, which is even more disconcerting, in my opinion, because I don't like that this is starting to feel normal to me.
I'll still say I was shocked by it, that somebody had that much hatred to drive that far.
That actually shocked you?
That actually shocked me.
Okay.
That an 18-year-old had that much hate in their heart to go and do that. An 18-year-old.
Yeah.
And I'm not calling it mental illness. There ain't not one mental illness issue here at all.
Well, for mental illness, it sure is a well thought out plan.
180-page, well thought out plan.
Yeah.
So well thought out that he had on body armor.
Yeah.
So no, you don't get mental health if you decide to put on body armor right before you go shoot at people.
That voice you hear is Ron. Cuz is here. Mama Noise is here. We wish we could come on and play the good times theme for you like we normally do, but it doesn't really feel like that good of a time. So we'll deal with this today and try to make some sense out of it for all of us here. And noisemakers, we thank you for pulling up on us again, and we'd love to hear your thoughts in the chat. So make sure you participate because you know you make the show what it is. But Cuz, Mama Noise, what are your thoughts to this horrific situation that took place in Buffalo, New York?
I'm gonna let Mama Noise go first because anybody that looks that pretty, that made up, that dressed up, deserves to go first.
I agree. I should have let her start the thing. You're right, cuz that's my fault.
Where you just come from? Church?
No, man.
Praise him.
She did that for me.
Well,
and I shall reward her. You shall wear a crown.
But that's when it's all over.
When this is all over, I'm gonna put a crown on it. Thank you for that, cuz. Only cuz can breathe.
Send that bait out there for you again, Mama Noise. They're putting the bait out for you.
That was good. That was good, cuz. That was really good. What you got to say, Mama?
Thank you, cuz.
He didn't want the one that said he was going to bless you. That was me, baby. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Don't do it. Don't fall for it.
Fall for it. Go ahead, baby.
I don't even know how to respond to this, really. Just knowing that somebody, I co-sign with Kyrie that, to know that somebody has that much hatred in his heart to drive so far. You know how when you get mad about something and then, you try to stay mad, but you can't stay mad. But for somebody to have hatred, to be so deep in his heart, to say, I'm on a mission. I've got to go and kill some Black people. I can't even wrap my mind around it. I can't wrap my mind around it. This is, I hate to say it, it looks like it's something that's like trending where, just think of all the grocery store it's like the grocery store. You know what I'm saying? In Louisville, it was the Kroger's. You know, in Colorado, it was at the Kroger's affiliate. And then in Tennessee, there was another. I mean, I can't. I'm trying to make sense of it to respond to it, but I really don't have the words.
Okay. Cuz?
Man, this is I'm not shocked at all about the hatred that exists in this country. It's always been there. They've always been legally able to kill us with very little repercussions towards them. Now that we have the media, now that we have more of us in power, because you do understand that we the people was not really we the people.
Mm-hmm.
This country was made by white people for white people, and the laws that were passed.
Can you rephrase that?
It's made by white people for white people. I didn't say they built it.
Oh, okay. Built by black people, made for white people.
Built by black people.
Made for white people.
It started, right.
Oh.
Right.
They got that free labor. You are correct. That slave labor, yes. But my point is the constitutional rights to bear arms. It's an abomination. It's a sin that our elected officials can't see that Americans, not the other folks over across the water, but Americans are dying in the streets of America, and these son of a bitches are too stuck on what their parents believe this country should be.
Well, now hold on for a second.
They're holding on to what their forefathers thought this country should be at the time. And everybody should bear arms.
Mm.
They haven't awakened to the fact that we're dying. And they yet don't give a damn.
Mm.
Which is why I've often said, until mass killings of white people starts to happening, I'm not advocating that. I know that may sound reckless, but it's the God honest truth. Until it starts happening more in their communities, to their people, our congressmen will not act.
Well, I'll say this. I was thinking about where we may move at some point or retire at some point. I may want to retire in Wyoming to Liz Cheney's district because of all the things I've heard said about this. It was Liz Cheney, who, by the way, is a representative of Wyoming from the Republican Party. She said the House GOP leadership has enabled white nationalism, white supremacy, and anti-Semitism. History has taught us that what begins with words ends in far worse. GOP leaders must renounce and reject these views and those who hold them. Now, I bring attention to her words because those are the words that I would have hoped my president would have said. And I want him to say what it is. I do not want my president to dance around what it is. Just say what it is. Call it for what it is. And you're not calling it for what it is. Leaves me a little bit frustrated.
So that's my
first frustration tonight, huh?
You actually want him to do his job?
I want you to do your job.
Okay.
But now I also want to say something else. And this is where the show takes a drastic, controversial turn.
What I said wasn't controversial enough?
Oh no, we're just getting started tonight.
Right. Sounds good.
Peyton Jennings, an 18-year-old who drove 200 miles away from his home in Conklin, New York, to Buffalo to a black neighborhood, openly fired a gun or a rifle outside and inside of a grocery store. He is an active shooter. He shot people and killed them in the aisles of a grocery store. Yet, when approached by local authority, he was told to put down his weapon and he was apprehended humanely.
But you left out even the better part in that entire thing. As he was shooting, he ran across another man on the floor who put his hands up. And he had audacity to tell that man, sorry, and walked right past him, never even shot him.
Well, I did not know that story. I guess that's why I left it out, because I was not aware.
Oh, it's on the video.
Well, I haven't seen the video. See, I really don't want to see the video, if I'm being honest.
You know, I watched the video. You don't want to see the video.
I don't want to see the video. But the part that I'm bringing up is this. And this is where, like I said, this is where it takes a weird turn. One of the things that I will agree with Cuz on is that this is going to keep happening.
Only one.
Well, yeah, only one. Yeah. This is going to keep happening until the consequences of the action match the action. If an active shooter is killing people in real time, shouldn't we disable the threat first? Isn't the most important thing the lives of the people being shot at, not the shooter? To even have the wherewithal to think we've got to take the shooter into custody and make sure he's safe speaks volumes to where we are.
I mean, he is on suicide watch. They protecting him on suicide watch so he doesn't kill himself. As if we really give a damn if he killed himself.
I wish I could have that watch. I'd break it.
They put him in a separated from everybody. For his protection.
Listen, I'm not advocating killing white people. That's not what I'm saying. So Facebook, don't be trying to take us down because we saying, they say kill white people. That's not what we're saying. But we are saying protect black people. Protect the victims of any shooting crime. Protect the victims. Why are we trying to humanely take the perpetrator away in handcuffs when the victims are in danger? I'm just trying to understand. How do you? I don't understand. People are literally dying in the aisles of the grocery store. Drop your weapon is your first response. The man is shooting people.
Wow.
He killed a police officer or security.
Ex-security.
He was a retired police officer.
He killed him. What about the blue? You don't even want to protect the blue?
Well, he was retired blue.
They ain't know he was blue because he was black at the time.
I was gonna say, and he was black, so he was black and retired blue.
I'm really trying to wrap my head around it. I don't understand though. I don't understand. I don't get it.
And I know what you're saying about protect the people, but we got to be careful because that's a double-edged sword. Because we're telling police to hold off on shooting black people when something happens, and we want them to be try to take these people into custody, the black folks, do everything they can to reduce the crime against black people by just automatically shooting and killing them once they first see them. So we kind of got to be careful with that.
But Ron, why can't we do both?
It's a delicate balance. They got to know how to do.
How is it delicate? This guy is shooting people.
Understand?
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I told you this is where the conversation gets tricky. If a guy is shooting people, multiple people at times or at the same time, regardless of the color of the people that's being shot, protect the people.
Yeah, serve and protect. That's part of the game.
I don't really care about the color of the guy. Protect the people. Put that dude down with a bullet. Now, if you kill him, but if you at least put him down, he's beyond the drop your gun time. He's already fired. He's already shot people. We're way past drop your gun. I'm really trying to understand. Sunday night, our president urged unity, and he addressed that. He said, "The hate that remains a stain on the soul of America," is what he said in his speech. That's a quote. He was addressing an annual law enforcement ceremony at the U.S. Capitol. He said, "Pray for those who were shot by a lone gunman armed with weapons of war and a hate-filled soul and their families." I don't know who to blame for this speech. I'm be honest with you. I don't know if it's him or if it's the speechwriters. I'm leaning more toward the speechwriters because normally the president just reads what he's handed. So I'm going to blame the speechwriters for not really truly giving the type of language that was necessary for addressing a situation like this. The governor of New York, Kathy Hochul, and the Buffalo mayor, Byron Brown, they want strong federal action to end what Mayor Brown said is the uniquely American phenomenon of mass shootings. Just get in here and fight for sensible gun control, like Cuz was saying. I'm just trying to understand why the language in the speech wasn't stronger.
Because he don't give a damn. The speechwriter don't care.
Because the stronger language in the speech doesn't matter. We've had president after president on the Democrat side that have given plenty of strong speeches and plenty of outrage and plenty of tears shed at funerals and plenty of we need to fight the NRA, the National Rifle Association. But until the people of this country back those presidents don't have the power to do a goddamn thing about gun violence in this country. It's never happened. And it won't happen until people rise up. Listen, I know this. I believe this is valuable because if we're going to get angry, which we all should be angry about what happened, innocent people dying, going to the damn grocery store, get some donuts and some flowers. I mean, innocent people dying. That should make us all angry. As a people, black people, and Americans should be angry. But the reality is, in Buffalo, New York, last year, 2021, there was 67 homicides, murders, 67. We ain't heard a damn thing about it. 67. Since 2008, Buffalo has averaged 55 murders per year. We heard a damn thing about it. So in other words, our people, because Buffalo is a very black place, some areas are very black. Our people are dying every day, all day. But we only really get upset when it hits the media, and then we want to be upset with the president and the son. But the reality is we know this shit is going on all the time. We know it. We just ignore it. It's going on here in South Dallas, Oak Cliff, Jackson, Mississippi, Detroit, Michigan, Chicago, Illinois. Come on now. It's going on. So are we really outraged? Is my point.
Well, I definitely want to deal with that part of it for sure. In fact, we have a show set up for tomorrow on our Talk That Tuesday. Is the government failing black people, or are black people failing themselves? So we definitely going to get into the deeper part of that conversation. And I don't necessarily disagree with everything you said, although I do disagree with parts of it. Not really, but we want to highlight some other points to it. But I don't want to bury the lead in the simplicity of. I don't understand why. Because I do understand the outrage, and I want to use something you said. This is not a black problem when it's mass shootings like this. This is an American problem. Because it was an American problem when they shot up all those gay people in Florida. It was an American problem when they shot up all those people in Las Vegas. It was an American problem when they shot up those kids in Sandy Hook. This is a problem. And there are so many layers to this problem. And one of the biggest layers is we got to stop when a guy commits a crime like this, a well thought out crime. We got to stop putting out the narrative that he had mental health issues. Everybody that kills somebody that has mental health issues. You know the mindset that you have to have or get to want to kill somebody. You got some problems. You got some mental shit going on. So that's not necessarily an excuse or a banner to hide behind in times like these. So I'm just the hate of it all is what's frustrating me.
That's a part of the problem, because we can't legislate love in this goddamn country. But why are we chasing that? Why we can't change the hearts of people?
Can we at least legislate tolerance?
We know that there are crazy ass people out here in these streets. There are hateful people out here in these streets. We know that. But the problem is we won't do anything about the gun law to stop those that hate, that will stop those from mental illnesses, from killing so many people at one time. That's the problem. Hell, let God deal with the hate. I mean, I can't change your heart. But
I can't change your heart. That's correct.
We ought to have laws in place to stop you from getting the goddamn weapon.
Well, I mean, they have laws in place. We need to amend the laws that are in place. That's what you're saying. There's laws. You know, NRA is kicking our ass on all the damn laws they're putting out there.
We don't have a national background check.
We don't. But I mean, what I'm saying is we need more people to get the baby boomers out of office that are still in office, because they're the ones who are keeping the NRA where they need to be. Those are the ones who are allowing NRA to continue to do what they want to do. You got to be 21 years old to buy alcohol in probably all 50 states in the United States. 48 of the states, you can be 18 and buy an assault rifle. We put more pressure on buying damn alcohol than we do on a teen buying a damn assault rifle.
Right.
In some states, you got to be 21 to get cigarettes.
Yeah.
You can be 18 to get an assault rifle. We put more on it. It's your right to bear arms.
The reason why there are such stiff laws on alcohol is because Mothers Against Drunk Driving became a powerful political force.
Right.
And fought like hell to get those laws changed to stop kids from dying and killing other people in the streets of America. We don't have that same focus.
Which is the reason I brought that up is look how much focus they put on drunk driving. We don't have nobody putting the focus on stopping people from buying automatic rifles.
I heard something that was well written for a TV show, but powerful beyond the scope of what the show was. One of my favorite shows, The West Wing, there was a congressman on the show that said, I don't understand why you anti-gun people don't just join the NRA. He said there are 2 million people in the NRA. Bring 3 million to the next meeting. Bam, no more. Now you can fight. Now you can change the gun laws because the people that want more stringent gun laws outweigh the people that don't. And so his point was we got to mobilize in a way and focus our attention in a way to where we want to change this substantially, and we're willing to go to the end to do it. I don't, and to Stefan's point of the difference between ARs and M&P rifles, whatever, I don't really care. My thing is, they shouldn't be in the hands of crazy people.
Yeah, I mean, I know the difference. I just use the term assault rifle. It's just a term.
Right, but it doesn't really matter. It shouldn't be in the hands of crazy people.
The whole point is you should not be 18 to purchase those type of weapons, period.
Well, Ron, and see, this is where I'm not really disagreeing with you. I'm just adding to it. You shouldn't be 21 if you're crazy to carry a gun. But you shouldn't be 25 if you're crazy to carry a gun. If you are deemed crazy, you should not be carrying a gun.
Problem is, it's going to be hard for you to deem somebody crazy.
That's the point.
It's going to be hard.
It might be hard, but at least, listen, it might be hard, but at least we got. But what do we do? Not try because it's hard.
No, we can't identify all the crazies in the world. Right. We just can't.
So we don't try to identify the crazies because it's a hard thing to do.
No. I'm just saying you got to find a better. If you want to fix it, you got to find something that's going to be fast to fix. Changing the age is a quick fix. Get everybody to agree to an age is a quick fix.
Okay, so what age is a good age? Because I would submit to you that this kid would have done this at any age.
And 9 out of 10, because of what he's being taught, yes. He could do that.
My point is,
but what I'm saying is, let's fix the root of the issue, which is terrorism, which is these hate groups. Until you take them out, this shit doesn't stop. They have been around since white men have been riding with hoods on their goddamn head, still doing the same shit. All they did was went from lynching your ass to putting you in jail to now mass shootings. It's the same shit. They just doing different tactics.
And I don't disagree with anything you're saying. I want to go back to something just in this specific case, just real quick, and then I want to build on what you just said. If this kid has been identified at 17 as having mental health issues, the moment he is identified, why can't he not be disqualified from ever owning a gun?
But did they ever diagnose him with mental health? I think they just said they sent somebody to check on him. When he went to the hospital, he stayed 1 day and got out. They said he didn't have mental health issues. Diagnosing mental health is like diagnosing a back problem.
Let me make sure they said police said the student was taken into custody for mental health issues.
Spent 1 day at the hospital.
I think there's got to be. I don't know how they determined he didn't have mental health issues.
See, that's the thing.
And to be honest with you, like you said earlier, Ron, maybe they determined it because he's smart enough to plan shit. So,
it's like mental health, man, is like diagnosing back problem. It's almost. I'm gonna say it's impossible. Nothing's impossible. It's going to be I hate to say it's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult to say who's crazy and who's not crazy. Because everybody's crazy is different.
And that's a very slippery slope to go down. When you make a concerted effort to start diagnosing everyone that you believe to be crazy as crazy, that's a very slippery slope. Because then, listen, I know I got some crazy ass relatives that some should be admitted, some no. But the problem is, are we going to start admitting people and locking people up because they've been deemed crazy? You have to be careful with that. I'm
not saying he's got to be locked up. I'm saying he disqualifies himself for owning a gun.
We don't have any more crazy people than any other goddamn country in this world. But we still have higher gun violence. Mental illness is not an American issue. Gun violence is an American issue. So we don't need to fix the mentally ill. Yeah, they need treatment. Don't misunderstand me. I understand.
But you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. But you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. I'm not saying we can fix. I'm not saying fix the mentally ill. That's not the issue. I agree with you. I'm saying there should be things to disqualify you from owning a gun. And we need to figure out what those things are.
It's very difficult to diagnose. It's oftentimes very subjective. It's very difficult to diagnose a mental illness. You have to be a repeat offender before they say, you know what, this is a pattern. But just because you go to school one day and say, you know what, I want to blow this motherfucker up. Am I mentally ill or am I having a bad day? What's really the problem?
Both of those things might be the problem.
Classify you as mentally ill after the first one. I mean, you know, there has to be a pattern. It's difficult. It's difficult.
I'm not saying it's not. What I'm saying to you is very simply, we need to dive into this without any fear and figure out what we're going to call. Who are we going to qualify as gun owners?
Who are we going to qualify as mentally ill?
Well, forget mentally ill. You're focusing on the wrong shit. I'm talking about how are we deciding who should own guns? This man got a whole social media. Listen, this man had a whole social media thing laid out on how he wanted to kill people. That should be a red flag. That should immediately disqualify him.
Somebody should cop that long.
That's not to say he can't get a gun, but nobody should be selling him one.
I present to you that if that was the case, if what you're saying needs to be done that way, I believe the laws will be as such that those that are impoverished and those that are dark-skinned will have a lot less rights to own guns than those that are wealthy and with money.
Well, you just said we killing each other in our own neighborhood, so maybe that's another answer.
But that doesn't mean I as an individual still don't have a right. I have a right to own a gun in America. I own a gun. I own guns.
Well, what do we want? Because you sound like them. What do we want?
No, I'm not sounding like that.
Okay, so listen.
I believe that needs to be a national background check. And I believe we have way too many guns in the streets of America.
But what's in the background check, though? That's the question that I'm trying to get us to.
The national background check doesn't allow you to go across state lines to different locations and purchase a gun. Everybody will have the same database saying that you are not eligible to buy a gun in this country. But they won't even do that.
I think we're if we're not going to address this aggressively, I don't think we can fix it then.
Well, aggressively is to take all guns. That's aggressive.
Well, I don't know if I have a problem with that, because if ain't no guns, this part of the problem may not be as strong as it used to be.
Can you get rid of all the guns in America?
Of course not, but that's not really the point I'm making. I'm saying right now, my 21-year-old daughter can go buy a gun. And the only thing they're looking for in her background is what? A criminal record?
That she's 21 and she don't have any felonies.
Okay. So because I have yet to commit a felony, or I've yet to be caught committing a felony, I qualify for gun ownership?
Basically. It's not much on the application, bro.
How difficult it is?
Huh?
See how difficult it is?
It's not. Listen, I'm not saying it is difficult. It's only difficult because we're making it difficult. We're not. We don't have anything in place that is a true background check. Okay, so did they check when you bought your gun, Jay? Did they check your social media?
You don't know how I got my guns.
Oh, well, that's true.
My guns were gifted to me by my dad. I'm a country boy from Mississippi. You own guns in Mississippi. Remember I told you I used to shoot squirrels and shoot rabbits?
You did?
Yeah. Always shot guns. I love to shoot guns. Haven't done it in many, many years. I love to shoot guns.
But
I'm a responsible gun owner. You would never know I have a gun. I own a gun. You would never know that.
And I kind of like when Andy Bruce said, snatching people's rights. I hate to be reading the chat. I'm trying to feed my face too. So
no, I put it up for you.
I don't think we're not snatching people's rights away. You still have the right to bear arms. Just like you got a right to drive a car. Just like you got the right to go to the damn movies if you want to. We just want to put some additional criteria around your right to bear that arm. Put some different language around that right. You can't get, it's, and everybody always heard that we're going to snatch, you're trying to snatch the guns away. No, we're not. We're just asking to put better criteria around who can have the damn gun.
I agree.
That's it. We want you to have a gun. You want a gun, have a gun all you want. But damn it, maybe like you said, you have to take a class where they evaluate you for so long before you get your license or something. But a better criteria other than just walking into a store, putting down $400-$500. You sign your name on paper, you wait 24 hours, you go back and pick your gun up. Just make it the same everywhere. That's it. We ain't taking your rights. We want you to keep your rights.
I just want to make sure Ron's not in danger. All that clicking in the back.
The Prophet Andre 3000 said it right and be cool. Don't give me no gun.
Right. Don't give me no gun. I listen in the governmental aspect of what you're both saying. I understand. The problem is neither of your theories are working because this guy probably bought his gun legally.
He did.
Probably owned his gun legally. And there is no law that says that the other traveling with his gun from one city to another, he broke no real laws. So my challenge of what's taking place is, are we just waiting for the felony to take place and then we're angry and we want to address what he did?
Yes, that's what it is.
Well, on the backside of that felony is 10 deaths.
So, like I said, until you get those baby boomers out of office and put people in who really want to do something about it, it's not going to change. You have to put people in there that want to make a change. There's no money right now in changing the law.
See, the problem, in my opinion, Ron, and I agree with what you're saying about the laws, and I'm 100% for changing laws. We got to do something. But at the same time, those laws don't make a bit of damn difference. Because there are so many guns in the streets of America. So many people have arsenals. They don't own 1 or 2 guns. I know people own 10, 12, 20, 30 guns. So I have an armory of weapons. And oftentimes, just like my daddy gave me my gun, I didn't go buy my gun. Oftentimes, those guns are passed down to kids. So kids don't even have to go purchase them anymore as much. Because hell, daddy got 30, he give me 2. How do we solve that problem? Laws won't fix that.
And then that problem is magnified times 10 when daddy is a racist asshole.
Mm-hmm. But will the law help that by if you get caught with it, your ass got a stiff penalty for something that's not registered?
Yeah, but it's on the backside again. We the problem is every action, every law that deals with the action of a gun owner after the fact is good, but it's not helpful to society because you've killed somebody already. You've already done the crime. This kid is a racist, and he's already displayed his racism. So there's nothing we can do about what he is and who he is and how he feels and what he's done. Other than now, we can. I don't know what the laws in New York are it relates to capital punishment. Maybe they can fry his ass. I don't know.
But the thing is, how do you get guns? Like Cuz said earlier, in America, the problem is we have way too many guns on the street.
Well,
the only way to stop that is either you stop making guns or you start holding people accountable who get caught with the guns that are not registered. You have to do either both, but you got to put something in.
Brittany Griner, the WNBA player, Brittany Griner. We talked about that on this show. In Russia, was arrested for carrying a vape pen and what is it called? Cannabinoid oils or weed oil. She is facing 10 years in prison in Russia.
For oil. Think about this. Oil. It wasn't even nice.
My point of bringing that up is one thing I have not talked to Brittany Griner. I don't know Brittany Griner. I've never spoken to her or her wife or anybody in her family. But one thing I can promise you is this. She is never going to Russia with weed again.
She ain't never going to Russia again.
Right. She's never going to Russia again. I'm saying to you, if the level of punishment matches the level of the crime, then maybe it sends the message that we need to do either be more responsible or take the guns from other people. I don't know. But right now, they're not matching up. And I think therein lies the problem. And then here's the other problem. Now this kid gets his 15 minutes of fame.
For the next 20 years.
Now he gets to be on TV and all of his friends see him and all the people that support his racist cause. To them, he's a hero. To them, he's a martyr.
And that's going to cause other ones to want to do the same thing.
Of course it's going to cause them that, Ron. That's the point that I'm trying to make. We have allowed, or we are creating a vacuum of copycat syndrome, like Tara said. Oh, look, he's a hero. So now I want to be a hero.
Yep. And it's going to take, 30 years to fire his ass?
I don't know if you can change the hearts of people who hate, but you can make them pause.
And not realizing that you're going to go to jail for doing something stupid, and your ass might be there for a long time.
I would be okay with pay-per-view lethal injection or
firing
squad or electric chair. And the reason why I say pay-per-view is because I know millions of people would want to watch it, and the money that we raise from pay-per-view, we can give that to the victims' families.
Damn.
Isn't that what they were trying to do in Carolina? trying to have or no, I'm not. I think it's not trying to do that. They're actually have a law in place or something about death by firing squad.
Yeah, I think you can choose. You can choose which one you want. But
I
my
mean,
point is, there has to be a visual deterrent, not just a legal one, but a visual deterrent. Because if you show this kid in front of a firing squad dying by the very same method he killed, maybe that sends a message to others like, if we catch you, we're going to get you the same way. Eye for an eye.
Kind of like the kid that went over to, was it China or Japan, got caned, and they showed his ass being caned.
Yeah. Well, like they do in I forget what the country it is, but if you steal, they ask you which hand did you steal with.
oh, that's
and the hand you stole with, they chopped that one off.
Saudi Arabia.
They chopped that one off.
Mm-hmm.
There has to be. So now when he walks around town, everybody know, oh, that's that kid that stole. I ain't trying to lose my hands. It ain't worth that. Now, maybe you don't deter everybody, but you deter quite a few.
Shit, you deterred 30%. That's a hell of a move.
They like, look, we want to make sure to cut off the hand that made up his own mind and decided it was going to steal, so that your other hand won't make that decision.
I just think we the consequence of it all is, and the message in that consequence. And by the way, I agree 1,000% with Liz Cheney. Our former president has driven racism to a fever pitch, to the fever pitch that it used to be. Well, I say that, but it's obviously always been that. But now it's back in our face again. And I'm saying at some point we've got to deter this thing. We have to do something to make people realize this is unacceptable behavior. And we will not tolerate this as a nation of Americans, because we are all Americans.
Man, how do you change 700 years of hate?
I don't know if you can do that. I don't know if you can do that, but I think you can make, again, I think you can make people stop and pause. And maybe just that, the pause is enough to make them say, well, we can't do that. But right now, it appears that racists feel empowered to be racist. And it's weird. It's a weird kind of racism right now. It's a weird kind of racism right now. Because yesterday, it's not just racism, black to white. It's all kinds of racism going on in this country. The other shooting that took place on yesterday was in Southern California.
At the church?
At the church. Southern California church. I think it's in Los Angeles. Geneva Presbyterian Church in Laguna Woods, California. This is a Taiwanese church community. And a young man, suspect David Chow, who is Chinese, went in and tried to shoot up the congregation. And according to the reports, and I'm reading from USA Today, he had strategically placed magazines of ammunition as well as Molotov cocktails around the church. So he came to really do some damage. And if it had not been for one of the victims, John Chang, who charged at the suspect in an attempt to disarm him. When he charged at the suspect in an attempt to disarm him, it cost him his life, but it allowed other individuals in the church to go into action and to subdue the suspect, and they hogtied him with extension cords and took his weapon. That's the only reason that this tragedy was not worse.
Yeah, that's Chinese against Taiwanese?
Taiwanese, yes.
I mean, just think about that. It's again, how fucked up do you have to be to want to go shoot people up in the church? One of the most sacred places in the world is church.
And by the way, we don't know yet. It says that he's a Chinese immigrant. I don't know to what degree. I don't know. That's to Stefan's question. I don't know. Ron, that's the point that I'm making. This is a situation where I can't change the hate in this man's heart that he has toward the Taiwanese.
Nope.
But if we fry his ass, there's got to be something that we do as a country to discourage violence with gun owners, especially egregious violence of this nature. I don't ever remember a time in history that I've read about where gun owners feel empowered to go or feel like there's a window of opportunity to go and do these kinds of acts of violence. That's what's throwing me off with this whole thing. Like, when did we get to the place where this level of acts of violence was okay? This is strange. So I'll start y'all out on the gun violence laws. And we need to change the gun violence laws. We do need to change them, but also we need to figure out how do we discourage people from this type of behavior. And to me, listen, my granddaddy was the one guy in my house that when he said don't do it, I listened. I didn't do it. Now, my mama could say it, and I would listen to some degree. But depending on what it was, when I was really, really young, I'd be like, yeah, she's not going to really do much. But if my granddaddy said something, nigga, I was listening.
But, yeah, it's a hard thing, man. How do you? Oof.
I don't know. I just, cuz, are you saying something? Because your mic is muted. I don't know if you were saying something or not. I saw this little thing move, but I don't know if you said something. But anyway.
Well, you know his answer. It starts in the home. I ain't heard that in a week or so, so I'm waiting, you know.
You was going to put that in there for him.
Yeah, put that in there for him.
Oh, man.
Like I said, man, you gotta make that shit hard on them when they get caught doing it. Ain't no 20 year on death row. Your ass might get 1 or 2.
Stefan said, as a country, we can agree that Israel is an apartheid state. So what makes you think we can agree on our own faults? I guess I don't understand the question. Because I'm not, I don't, do we need to agree that what happened yesterday and Saturday was there were 2 sides to this? It's only 2 sides because we keep making it 2 sides. It's not 2 sides. This, honestly, killing people has nothing to do with gun laws. It has something to do with you kill somebody. And so that punishment needs to be so aggressive that it sends a message to other people who might think to kill someone. You probably shouldn't kill someone.
Yep. It's not
right.
There's
no 2 sides to this.
Fries ass.
I know what you meant, but my point is, I know exactly what you meant, Stefan. But my point is, it's murder. And oh man, I don't know.
It's murder. Don't be like you said. I mean, as much as he said his ass got to fry, but it's not like he's not guilty. We all know his ass is guilty. Ain't shit you gonna come out and say that's gonna make everybody change their mind that he's guilty. I don't give a damn about how hard his life was, that he grew up, and they're gonna come out that he was bullied and all that bullshit. He killed 10 people. His ass needs to get everything that's coming to him for killing those 10 people, and it needs to be harsh.
But and by the way, the media don't need to do his work for him,
which they are.
So coming out saying, "Oh, he had mental health issues," that's not. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Making it easy for the next person.
Why are we reporting his mental health issues? Well, we wanted to show that he had problems. Of course he had problems. Did I need you to tell me that man had mental health issues?
Hell, I heard that he had mental health issues.
It's pretty obvious he had mental health issues. But not to the point where he didn't plan what he was doing.
That's why I said I think we got to stop using that mental health, man. That's a cop out for these people.
That's a cop out, man. And I'm gonna tell you something. That's why he pled not guilty, because he's going to ride the mental health bus. He's going to try to ride the mental health bus all the way to his freedom.
I was beat as a child.
And then here's the other part. Are y'all ready for this? What does the law say about proving that someone has mental health issues? Because if the law is that gray to where if he proves on a witness stand that he has what the law deems as mental health issues, he can be exonerated by a jury.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's scary to me, because he does have mental health issues. I think we can all agree on that. But that doesn't mean he's not guilty of murder.
Shit, everybody got mental health issues. He believes W people. What?
Oh, white people.
Yeah, W people. Okay.
Right. This is, man. I just feel bad for the families, man. That
hey,
they just went to the grocery store. They were just trying to get stuff for Sunday dinner.
Yeah, just a normal day out at the store, man. And I mean, the thing about it, look, man, every time you go to the store, you're thinking about it.
Ron, now every time you go to the store, you have to think about it. You have to. You almost have to. You have to be aware of your surroundings. You have to be aware of where the exits are. You have to be aware of where you are in the store at all times. You have to think about it. We no longer live in a world where you can go to grocery shopping for leisure.
And as much I hate to say it, I think people are gonna get trigger happy, dude, because people are gonna get nervous. See people who look a little weird, they get out the car with camouflage on, and people are gonna start to feel nervous around people, dude. And I think it's gonna cause more shootings.
I hope not, Ron. I hope you are so wrong about that.
But think about it, man. I mean, you're in the store now with your head on the swivel. You're really in the store now with your head on the swivel.
Can you believe that we live in a world where you can't go to the grocery store? You can't go to church?
School? You can't go to school, grocery store.
The movies?
That outdoor concert in Las Vegas?
Outdoor concert.
I would say the club, but you could never.
Well, and then you have to remember, let's not forget our Asian sisters that were shot at the beauty salon here in Dallas.
Yeah.
And then the Asian sisters that was shot at the massage parlor down in Atlanta.
Yeah. There was 6 of them.
So.
Oh man.
Can't go nowhere, man.
I don't disagree with what Cuz said that the gun laws need to be altered and changed. I don't disagree with any of that. But I also think we've got to put laws on the books that when these type of crimes occur, and we convict a person, man, they have to pay. Like it is not a small payment.
Oh, on Twitter they said, "Don't forget the post office." You remember, folks used to
Oh,
say, "Don't
yeah.
go postal. Don't be going postal," because folks ready to go off at the post office or at the workplace. So
Hey, even media needs to change making the shooter a hero.
glorifying, yeah.
Well, the way it's like I watched the stories that were reported, and man, the humanity by which the story is told. Because sometimes in the minds of, if I can say it this way, the uninformed, if you don't tell the story right or use the right language, because language matters. So when you start to say things a certain way, you craft a certain narrative around what that individual is. So when you start to say he had mental health issues, instead of saying he's crazy, he's a racist, because that's what he is.
Yep.
But when you say he has mental health issues, that softens him and then turns him back into a human being, not a monster, which is what he is. He's a monster.
That's
you,
right.
You got to keep him as a monster. The more you make him human, the more people feel sorry for him. The more people start to glorify him. You have the next 18-year-old out there watching now, and man, he's writing his 180-page manifesto.
Well, and first we want equal opportunity reporting, because our people are thugs.
They don't get mental health as an option.
We're looking for a criminal, and here's his profile. We don't say we're looking for a black man with mental health issues.
Nope. 6'5", 290 pounds, bald head. That's what they're looking for.
We don't even know his name most of the time. Oh, man. This is a tough one, man. Where did Cuz go? Is he eating or something? What's he doing?
I don't know. We lost him.
Well, his square's there.
Ain't nothing.
Hope he's all right. Cuz, if you're all right, blink twice.
Flash on the screen 2 times so we know you're right.
Yeah. All right. Let's jump into some other stuff here real quick. I actually have some happier stories, y'all, because I knew today would be heavy. And we're going to get into more discussion tomorrow. But I do have some happier stories. You know, the BillBoard Awards were last night. Y'all realize that, right? Mama Noise, you watched it, right? I thought you told me you were watching the BillBoard Music Awards. That's what you came downstairs to see?
No, I said, were you watching?
No, I wasn't watching. I was watching the game.
I
should have watched the BillBoard Music Awards.
I felt the same.
I would have been more entertained.
Man.
I felt the same way about the BillBoard Awards that I did about the Versus. Versus was like, what? Oh yeah, I heard about it, and I had no desire to watch it. And BillBoards, it was like they did all this, advertisement on local news channels and stuff, or local channels or whatever, trying to. It's Diddy. Diddy's gonna do this, and Diddy's like, it's gonna be this, it's gonna be that, and I'm like, okay, yeah. I have no desire.
Everybody loves Diddy. It's Diddy.
Well, I wonder what the Nielsen ratings were for last night.
That's a good question. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
But see, I think they came on. They came on right when when it had time of the game when they came on.
I was frozen like a mug.
Yep.
What'd you say?
I said, didn't the BillBoard come on about halftime of the game? Because that might have hurt the ranking, the ratings. People, not now, you was.
Oh, Did it come on right about it? No, it came, yeah, right. It came on right when the Suns game was on.
No, okay.
Yeah. So, but I don't necessarily like the Billboard Awards as much as other award shows because it really is kind of, I don't know how they vote, and the people that win are typically people that top the charts, which is, you don't need to have an award show for that. Like I mean, there's no shock in that. Who's voting? So I don't know how they do this.
They just pull the last 52 weeks of Billboard and rank people based on that.
I don't like it. This just seems ridiculous. But to me, there was a couple of things that were interesting. One was, guess who won top Christian and gospel artists?
Mama Noise.
Oh no, not this time.
Okay.
But the in the top Christian artists, the nominees are Carrie Underwood, Carrie Underwood, Elevation Worship, For King and Country, Lauren Daigle, and Ye.
Who?
Ye, as in Kanye West. This is for top Christian artists. And the winner is, let me grab the envelope.
Stop playing.
These things are tricky to open, so give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
Kanye West for Donda. Wasn't aware Donda was a Christian album, but okay.
I don't believe that Donda was a Christian album.
Apparently, it's a Christian and a gospel album because in the gospel category, the nominees are CeCe Winans, Elevation Worship, Kirk Franklin, Maverick City Music, and Kanye West, or Ye for Donda. And the winner is Kanye West.
How did they?
You got me, bro.
How many people got access to even hearing Donda? Didn't he have it where you couldn't even hear it unless you paid this astronomical amount?
Well, that was top gospel artist, by the way. I don't want to get that confused. No, you could get it.
When it was first released, you couldn't get access to it without paying some astronomical amount of money.
I listened to it on Spotify.
So you can put out one album and you consider a gospel artist.
Well, apparently he's a gospel artist. So, but hold on. I don't want to confuse the categories. I apologize.
Okay.
He won top Christian artist and top gospel artist. Now, let me get to the nominees for the actual albums.
Wait a minute. That was not confusing at all. You just said he won
for artists, for gospel artist and Christian artist.
That's what I thought you said.
So you can do one album, a few songs that you basically consider a gospel artist.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know how this works. But let's get to the album though, because there's two. I'm telling you, it's different categories. So that was Christian artist and gospel artist. Now let's get to the album. The top Christian album. The nominees are Carrie Underwood, My Savior, CeCe Winans, Believe for It, Elevation Worship in Maverick City with Old Church Basement, Phil Wickham with Hymn of Heaven, and Kanye with Donda. And the winner is Donda. Yay. That's for Christian album. Now, let me get over to the final category in this category.
Oh, my gosh.
Which is the top gospel album.
Oh, stop it.
The nominee, I'm just giving it to you straight like they did last night. The nominees are CeCe Winans, Believe for It, Elevation Worship, Maverick City Music, Old Church Basement, Maverick City Music, Jubilee Juneteenth Edition, and Maverick City Music and Upper Room, Move Your Heart. And, of course, Kanye for Donda. And the winner?
CeCe.
No. Kanye for Donda. So he swept both categories.
I don't even see where the line is drawn.
And that's why I don't watch the Billboard Music Awards. None of that made any sense at all.
The guy who was writing up the card and had to type it out had a question. How many times he sent it back? Hey, like y'all sure this shit's right?
Right. That's like
when it comes to the
like they were like, is that a gospel album?
Has 25 total wins.
But wait,
Female.
I apologize. There's 2 more categories.
Mm-mm.
The top Christian song.
Top Christian, God.
Ann Wilson, My Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Kanye, Hurricane. Kanye, Moon. Kanye, Off the Grid. And Kanye, Praise God.
So he had 4 of the 5 songs for
4 of the 5 songs.
Top Christian songs of the year.
You don't need to wonder who won that category.
And the winner of top Christian song, Kanye with Hurricane. Let's see how he does in the gospel, shall we? The nominees are Elevation Worship in Maverick City Music featuring Chandler Moore and Naomi Rain, Jireh. Kanye, Hurricane. Kanye, Moon. Kanye, Off the Grid. Kanye, Praise God. You know what? I'm sick of the Billboard Awards already. That's ridiculous.
So Kanye basically bought a whole category.
I mean, listen.
The man walked away with 6 Billboard Music Awards and never had to leave his album. Unbelievable.
And there you have it.
And yeah, I'm like Mom Lewis, and there you have it.
There you have it.
So how the hell is he considered a gospel artist?
I'm with you, sorry. This is some bullshit.
Yeah,
I don't know. I guess because he gave his life to the Lord.
What
He said he gave his life to the Lord.
That ain't got nothing to do with the Billboard Awards.
Stefan said the awards is based on record sales and your chart numbers. So if he classified himself as a gospel artist, he absolutely outsold all those other albums.
Because gospel music ain't purchased like that.
And now you understand.
Not a sweep like that.
Kanye said, I'm going to be number one way or another.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man. You gotta do what you gotta do.
That's why they said, let's put a little bit of CC and a little bit of Lauren. Just a little bit in there just so that it looks like, there was actually a competition.
And it's actually unfair to the people who are actually doing this full time.
Who truly are doing it for the Lord.
Who are truly doing it for the Lord.
Are you
yes, I am.
Allegedly saying that he's not doing it for the Lord?
I ain't saying he ain't doing it for the Lord.
Well, you said
I'm just saying I heard him cuss a few times. No, I'm just kidding.
Lord.
Listen, we cuss. We love Jesus.
I mean, damn. How you sweep the whole 2 categories?
But I wouldn't have put Donda. I don't think Donda is a gospel album. Let's not do that. Let's not lie and say it's a gospel album. Come on now. We can do better than that, can't we?
Just saying.
I'm gonna say they can't.
Yeah.
Was he at the billboards? Was he?
He didn't show up. He probably got banned from this one. Like he got banned from all the other ones. Just real quick before I go on to the next story, who do you think gets their ban lifted first? Kanye or Will Smith?
Kanye.
Think Kanye? You don't think he'll screw it up?
See, I think Will get his back first. I think Kanye gonna do something. If not this year, next year. No, he's good for something every other year. I mean, we're gonna sit down for a minute. Kanye gonna screw something up. It's just Kanye's way.
You said every other year.
Every other year, he's down for something.
I was gonna say it's probably Mama Noise more likely that Kanye does something far more egregious than Will Smith does. I feel like Will Smith is probably maxed out, and plus it looks like by all accounts, it looks like he's probably gonna leave Jada, and so they working some shit out. So
he better not leave that black woman.
Well, despite Cuz's efforts, if It feels inevitable at this point.
He needs to stay and fight.
He better not leave a black woman.
He better not leave a black woman.
I don't think he's gonna stay, bro. I gotta be honest with you.
Damn it, Will, you fucking it up for everybody.
He doesn't feel like he's gonna stay. So,
if Will can't last with Jada, none of us are gonna last.
right, there's no hope for the rest of us.
There's no hope for the rest of us. There's no.
Lies.
All right.
No hope.
It just took Will longer to finally face reality.
First it was old girl and the preacher. Now Will and Jada. Who's next?
Yeah, man, it's tough out here in these streets, bro.
Tough out here in the street for these married people.
Yeah. You know, they had they talked about the fashions of what was going on at the
BillBoard Awards.
BillBoard Awards, yeah.
So those are
on the fashions. There's Travis and Kylie.
Okay.
They actually brought the baby, Stormy.
The who?
The baby, their baby, Stormy. Stormy, that's the baby's name, Stormy.
That's the first name? Our nickname.
No, that's her name, Stormy.
Stormy. Like the drink, Stormy.
Is there a drink called Stormy?
Yeah, it's a drink called Stormy.
STORMI?
Mm-hmm. Wow.
I never knew that.
What's in it? I'm just curious now.
It's rum and some other little stuff.
Okay. All right.
I thought she was pregnant.
She already had that baby. I don't think he got no name though.
Oh, I thought that was Wolfie. Wasn't he a wolf too? Like,
that's Eve, baby. You getting the babies confused?
No, I think they tried to name this one Wolf something too until
they didn't name it Wolfie.
He's a wolf something.
He's not a wolf anything.
Well, then what's his name then?
I don't know. They haven't named him yet.
I thought I heard them give a name.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm up to date. I'm not reporting what I know. I mean, what I think.
Well, since you're up to date, you should be able to tell me.
There is no. I just did, Ninja. They don't have a name for the child. Don't make me come over there. All right. All right.
You want to come over here?
I do want to come over there. I won't lie to you. Don't do that, Stefan. Don't get it. Don't put the girl on the pole. She just got here. She's a beautiful little girl. There's Lotto, the rapper Lotto.
That's a big whatever energy.
Yeah,
chick.
I can tell you got big energy. That's her. She's actually a big girl. She's like 5'10", 5'11".
Oh.
Yeah, she ain't no little chick. That's why they call her Big Lotto.
Big Lotto.
Well, at first it was mulatto. At first,
right? They started with mulatto,
and they were like, "You need to fix that."
Tara, sit down somewhere. You ain't here to do nothing. Wait a minute, are we coming from my store? Sit down. Have several seats. All right. What you don't know is, Tara, this is foreplay. Leave us alone. Leave married folk alone.
Damn.
All right. Shout out to Fat Joe for understanding the assignment. Kept it casual.
That is not understanding.
Shout out to Fat Joe. He kept it casual.
Fat Joe looked like he's on vacation.
Well, listen, he wasn't. He was like, man, listen, I just came here for this music.
He don't look like he was going nowhere important.
Nowhere. He is not interested in your award ceremony.
He just needs the bottle in his hand. That's the only thing he's missing in his outfit is a bottle in his hand.
He probably has the bottle. He just didn't have it in his picture.
Yeah.
There's Chloe Bailey.
Well, here she comes with number panties on.
She got
a whole dress, Mama. That's a whole dress.
Yeah, but then there's that one little part right there. It's just one little piece of fabric.
It did look like a towel set. That's actually a better description because I couldn't think of what it looked like.
They look like kitchen towels, actually.
I do want to wipe something up with that.
I got a kitchen towel in the kitchen that looks just like that.
It's either kitchen towels or rug. It's one of the two.
I like it though.
No,
it's probably comfortable as hell.
Because only with people with money can wear that. Like, if
I mean, why don't you just wear a linen suit or something so at least you casual? He act like he really finna go to the beach or something.
Linen suit is the blackest thing you've ever said on this show.
That's right.
All right. There's Mary J. Blige accepting her award. She actually won the Icon Award.
Last
night.
Did Jenny get her award?
Hold on, I didn't hear both of y'all. Wait, what?
I said, didn't Janet give her award?
Janet gave her the award. Sure did.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
She
Janet
said,
gave her the award.
the most important thing I learned out of all this is to love myself.
Yep. She giving y'all big sexy energy right now.
Hey, Mary, who?
There's Meg the Stallion,
Go on, Meg.
who won an award last night. I think Best Rap Artist or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Still looks like it might be a napkin.
Oh, she had less than that on when she performed.
Oh, I can't. You know what?
Yeah, the performance
Oh,
outfit.
it's not a performance.
Yeah, the performance outfit was far less than that.
Hmm.
Like that was a fully dressed outfit compared to the performance outfit.
How you happen to see that?
Because I watched it.
So you watched the whole thing?
It's called show prep.
I'm gonna show you a prep.
Yeah,
I'm about to go watch it myself.
there you go.
You know what, Kyrie? That
Um,
comes as no surprise.
Only reason I showed MJK and Megan Fox, because they are the new Billy Bob Thornton and Angelina Jolie. They just wow.
That's
They
Megan
wow
Fox.
for no reason.
That's Megan Fox.
Yeah, looking like Elvira's daughter.
But they just wow for no reason. Like that's the second outfit she had. The first outfit she had on was this blue sparkle thing, and she said to her designer and leaked the information. She said she cut out the middle of it so she could have sex with MJK on the way there. First of all, why you gotta tweet that out? Like, what's wrong with you?
Trying to stay relevant.
Yep.
Right. Meg
Because the last
like
time he was in the news was when he was talking reckless about black women because his baby mama was black, and so he felt like he should be able to say what he wanted to say.
Is his baby mama black?
From what I saw in the last interview, it was he was being interviewed, I think, by Essence, and so the black woman was like, he was interviewing, that was interviewing him was like, okay, I'm feeling some kind of way because you feel like you can just be all reckless, and he like, you know, black women give the best head and all that other type of stuff. Like this individual, I'm through dealing with him.
Yeah, he's kind of reckless. I was trying to. There's for some reason there's not a lot of JPEGs of the performance outfit, but I will show it to everybody just so you can see it. Yeah, Meg was out here.
She was out in them streets.
She was out here in these streets. Like what?
Mm-hmm. So I wonder you didn't miss that performance.
That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I'm a professional. This is Tiana Taylor.
All right.
It was the hair for me though on that picture, man. What's with the?
Maybe she just got up or something.
No, what do you mean? She put that together on purpose.
Oh, well, it don't look like she gave it that much effort. It looked like she just got up and said, you know what, this is what I'm gonna do. We're just gonna go from here.
That's what that's I think. Well, I don't know. It's an interesting outfit. Not as interesting as other people though. Doja Cat decided I'm just gonna put these titties out here. I don't even care.
What the? That looked like a clown show. I don't even know what that is.
That is a cry for help.
I mean, it's like it's a cup or something, and somebody just cut the top off or something. I don't understand the two little sticks on the side. I don't know what's happening.
Somebody told that was fashion, and it would look
It's
good.
a
horrible version of the Met. I'm just saying.
Whatever friend you had that said that was good, you need to kick their ass.
See, Tara says she liked Tiana's hair.
Well, we don't know if that's who she said whose hair she liked.
I think it is. We'll let her come back and tell us.
Okay.
Roxy Diaz, she's there in the classic portion.
That's classic. That's classic.
Classic.
Yeah, that's classic. It's real classic.
And then there's the City Girls.
Well, that's just okay. That's I don't even know what to make of that.
Yeah, I'm lost on that one too.
Where it's like a leotard / dress.
I don't know what those look like. Some cupcake things. You know the stuff you pour cupcakes into.
The cupcake liner that they just kind of
right. They're like cupcake liners. I don't understand what's happening.
It does look like that as well. But that wasn't, that outfit wasn't the one that got people talking last night with the City Girls. It's actually this one. JT, which is the one on the left, the cut is a little high.
Hit low upper. At upper.
That's because she held it out. It was probably supposed to hang in the front, but she held it all the way out.
Well, let's just say Twitter's undefeated, and they zoomed in. She said it was black panties that she had on. That's not what you think it is.
Yeah, I believe it's black panties.
I think it's black panties, but on the side is leaking out a little bit.
She looked like she would go and get a Brazilian, so I say I think it's black panties.
But those were the most noteworthy. Those were the most noteworthy outfits at the BillBoard Beauty Awards.
That was it. Usually they got more than that.
No, it was a lot more. They just weren't very good. Like those were some of the better ones.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I'm gonna come back in for.
City Girls was giving you half Easter church, half club. That's what that was. I see it now. I see it now.
I see that now.
Right. They were like, if we don't make it out the club in time for Easter Sunday, then we just roll on to Easter Sunday with this on.
Unbelievable.
But they look like it's also detachable. So depending on what, if there's at church, versus going to the club, they can pull that little ruffle piece off at the club. No, Mama Noise. It didn't work.
Nope. I don't know what that is.
I don't know how you didn't find JPEGs, Lloyd. I found all kind of JPEGs for Megan's outfit.
Not when you click on it. It just look like it's a JPEG. You gotta click on it. Then you find out it's not so much.
It's a nice outfit, though.
Well, I mean, listen, she and her team all were dressed in similar outfits, although hers was the only one that didn't have like a screeny type thing.
Yeah.
You could see her full naked ass. So
entire naked ass.
Right. So she went all in. Whereas the other girls on the dance team was like, nah, we just gonna kind of cover up a little bit. Make it. They put on like a car tent type situation.
Yeah. Sorry, Mama Noise. Sorry, you won't see it. You won't see it.
I have no.
I can say the link if you want the link, but I'm pretty sure you don't want to see it.
You know I don't want no link. What's wrong with you?
So that's what happened over the weekend.
Let me answer Tara's question in the chat. Tara, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with the Brazilian. I'm just saying JT, the city girls, they look like the type that would not have one. They look like the types that would have.
I say they don't have. They down. They just out here all natural. What's wrong with them? Well, I don't know.
You know, because we went on. I forgot what we were talking about it. What show we were talking about that, and we really went into detail about it. And I said I think they would be the types that would absolutely have it. There are certain ladies that are like, dead. I don't know. I can't exactly nail it down for you and say, oh, well, but I'm just saying, if I was to just go by just what I thought, I would think that I can't see them being the kind with, with the fuzz all out and stuff like that. So because everything they're in is showing virtually nothing. Maybe that's the reason why, because everything they're wearing is virtually nothing. So that would be very
unusual for them.
Right, for them to be wearing all this naked stuff, but then having all the cotton candy sticking out on the side. That's what I call it. Yes.
You already answered that?
Yeah.
Okay. I got one last story, and then we're gonna wrap the show up for today. According to the Big Podcast, which is Shaquille O'Neal's podcast, he revealed on his podcast that he didn't want his wife he said he made a mistake for his ex-wife not to work when they were together. So instead of her going to work for somebody for like $100,000 a year, he just paid her $300,000 a year to stay at home.
And
so I'm asking you and the ladies in the chat and Vonda and everybody else, would you take the $300,000 from me or from your husband, in Vonda's case, or other ladies, to stay at home and look after the kids and other stuff?
Does that mean that you don't get to do anything else other than stay at home?
No, you can do whatever you want. You just don't have to go to work for nobody.
Because she opened her own business, though.
Well, yeah, I'm saying.
I think she's not working for anybody. She's working.
And stay at home.
I don't know. Do you need? Well, I don't know. That's a good question.
Because I mean, he becomes an investor at that point.
So what? He didn't like the way she was a home economic, home ec engineer.
I don't know if that's it. I just think he just was back then was very, very possessive. But the other part of that is Shaq is an admitted hoe. And so, so I think a lot of what the $300,000 was for was to keep from that blowback coming. Because, you know, he was out here in these streets.
But the problem was, she's still going to spend, whether you say you gave her $300,000, she has access to your account.
Maybe she didn't have access.
She has $300,000 anyway.
She had he putting the $300,000 in just her account, which is just her account, and the access to the our account. Because there are some people out here in certain.
But we don't know if she had access to the our account.
Because she didn't have access to our account, then there was no our account.
Right. Maybe the reason why he gave her the $300,000 is so she wouldn't have access to the our account. Maybe there was no our.
So he was giving her an allowance.
It's a hell of an allowance, by the way.
It's a hell of an allowance.
I mean, because I've heard of married couples that have the us account. Then she, the wife has her own account, and and then there's the savings, and then there's that. So, to make sure that if she does any type of shopping or whatever, it doesn't affect the bottom line on the our account, as long as she do all that excess stuff on her account.
But if she's shopping, I'm just saying, she's got a credit card, right?
Yeah.
I would think so. A bank card or something.
I mean, she probably, and she ain't gonna have no bank card. Rich people don't do debit cards.
What do they do?
They do credit cards. Because they get more back on the credit card than they do a debit card.
Okay.
No. So she had an American Express. I'm just gonna throw American Express out there.
Okay.
She's spending his money anyway.
Well, it's all his money. Unless he came in with this is ours.
See, I don't know.
She ain't paying her own. But she ain't paying her. Come on, she ain't paying her own bill.
Wow.
She had no job, so he had to be paying the bill for the credit card because she wasn't working. If she was a stay-at-home mom.
What if he demanded that she pay her own bill? It was like, I didn't spend that money. I ain't spending that money. You gotta pay for it yourself.
Then he's a low down, dirty son of a.
What? Oh, come on, man.
I gave you. He's like, wait, I'm sorry. I gave you $300. Do something with it. You can just put out your own bank account.
You know what? It sounds like something he would do. Because remember what he told the kids? I ain't no ATM. He told the kids that, he was regulating with them, thinking, y'all ain't gonna be popping up here just getting money for me. Y'all gonna learn that it comes with hard work.
Well, that was young Shaquille.
Right.
Maybe now he's probably wiser.
Well, he's wiser now because every time they put the mic in his face and he mentions his wife, it'd be like, I made some mistakes. I could have done some things differently. And it's all because now she's posing on certain magazine covers with Palsa and the Palsa is got her on his arm and all that. And now he's like, I could have done some things differently. Sir, let's move on.
I hope it works out for her because, the last time a celebrity went over to the pastor, didn't work out too good.
Oh, well.
But
wow.
$300,000 not to work for somebody. That's a hell of a deal.
And it was monthly.
And it's monthly.
Right.
$300,000 for you to not to work for somebody else.
Right.
But you can work for yourself.
A little over $3 million.
Well, you can work for yourself.
3.6 million.
About 3.6 mil a year.
I think I can handle that.
So you okay with me lining you up, Mama Noise?
Line me up, baby.
Okay.
Because, like I said, I didn't hear nothing that said that she couldn't start her own business. It just said not to work for somebody else. So she decided she want to open up her own business. That's a hell of a seed. That's a hell of a seed money right there.
Or if you just do it like Tar said, like I think she invested a lot of it, and that's cool too.
Yeah, that's cool too. That's working for yourself. You running investments.
Well, and she probably used old school parents that was like, girl, you better get you a nest egg so in case if he gone with some little young tenderoni, you ain't up there standing around looking all crazy because you ain't got nothing. But
I wonder how many years that went on.
Imagine 10 years. That's 36 mil.
If she stayed 10 years, she balled out on that.
She stayed there long enough to birth all them babies.
Yeah.
Woo! How many was it? 4 of them?
I think it's 4 of them kids or 6.
But I mean, 5 kids. That's a hell of a deal, though, man. That is a hell of a deal.
Not bad.
Like it's a type of arrangement.
Not bad. Not bad.
$1
A
million
lot of women would take that deal.
To raise my babies. Have babies to raise my baby. Well, then 50 Cent was right. He said, have a baby by me.
I mean, that's a lot of ooh.
Yeah. Final shout out for the night goes to Antonio Brown and Keisha Cole, who apparently are dating now.
Oh man, he's the old dog.
Nothing good can come of that. I'm not saying that. Maybe they'll make it work. Maybe it's a match made in heaven.
I don't know. I was watching on YouTube said that he had some that she has a tattoo of his name on her. He was got that magic stick to go around and get some tattoos. I'm just saying, you got a tattoo already? I mean, how long y'all been kicking it?
Who got a tattoo?
Keisha Cole got a tattoo of Antonio Brown, a AB, put on her ass.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
It was on YouTube. They was like, her fans are concerned. I'm concerned.
Well, I'm concerned now.
You like, okay, Keisha, pull up. Can't be. You can't jump out and get no tattoo of a man's name on you. You don't even know him that well.
So she put AB on her.
Well, I said it's on her ass. They say it's on her lower back initials.
Is it the lower small of her back?
But if you go to her social media, it says that she's got a picture of them together. And it says miss him a lot. It's in a heart emoji.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Well, I'll be damned.
Yeah,
I feel like nothing good is gonna come out of this, but I could be wrong.
Especially when you already put tattoos on. There's nothing good coming out of this.
Maybe this is a match made in heaven. Maybe she understands him like no other woman ever has.
Like Bonnie and Clyde.
Or
football team
on a dirt road in Wisconsin, and
Nope.
Cleavers will be involved.
Is he gonna run out on her with doing the little hand wave and jump across when he leaves?
It's possible.
Throw his shirt off.
It's possible.
I think he was trying to keep it down low, and she was like, "I'm ready for us to go public and put it on the gram."
Yeah, now Instagram official.
Right.
You know, some relationships you just need to keep on the low. Just don't. Everybody don't need to know your business. Everybody don't need to know your business.
Oh my gosh.
Listen, good luck to them. I think good luck to the happy couple.
If they come out with any marriage advice, lawyer, I'm gonna have problems. I'm just telling you now.
I have marriage advice for them actually.
Oh my gosh.
Remove all the sharp objects from your home.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just saying.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Well, Keisha got a lot of guy names on her, so.
Wow. Oh my God.
Almost made it through the show without a drop. Right up to the end.
Damn.
I'm looking at the tattoos. I'm just going
We were this close.
I'm just going through the tattoos, man. They say she got 11 tattoos. I'm just looking to see what the 11 tattoos was. And there's Daniel and another Daniel.
Well, there's Booby. She was married to Booby.
Booby's on there, so that one too. You know,
Well, Daniel Gibson's name, his nickname was Booby. So she did Daniel, and then she did Booby.
yeah.
And then I wonder I think she has a son, so maybe his son's name is Daniel too. Maybe.
Okay, maybe it's where the two come from.
Right.
Okay. There's an elephant in the room.
But then there's an Omar or somebody.
See, this sounds like a phone book. So when you see so many names, you just like, man, it's like a
Damn.
Yellow Pages is it? There's a name over here.
Yellow Pages. Mama
What?
knows that's
That many names? Kyrie started it talking about so many names. It's at least 11.
Now y'all got the noise making started.
I'm just saying. Dang.
I'm gonna
Right, Sarah, but there seems to be several other names that's not Booby and
She loves hard.
And every one of
Love, never knew what I was missing, but I asked that God to write it on my ass.
But you know, she could get them covered up. You know, change the name on them, put a different picture over it.
You good?
that would be a good idea.
You good?
I mean, you know, just a little something. I like Keisha Cole, man. I mean,
I like Keisha Cole, even though she's an angry woman. She got a lot of anger in her, as proven from the last verse.
All I can say is,
verses.
I hope Antonio does right by her, because when the video I watched on YouTube was like, man, the last dude that broke her heart, she tried to tear up everything, and I'm like, sir, I need you to make sure you do it.
But real talk, some dudes like that. They like a little crazy with their sex.
Well, this is when their breakup, and I'm gonna tear up and bust windows out your car type stuff. She's has a history of that.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, Mama Noise. Some dudes like that. They like a little crazy with their sex. They like.
But then they're the first ones to say she crazy. So I'm like, make up your mind.
Yeah, crazy costume.
Right, Tara. They love crazy, but they be talking about, oh, she crazy, but she crazy. But then they be like, man, you know she look crazy. All right.
They don't love crazy. They don't get that. Don't believe that hype. They don't love crazy. They like some chick busting out your window in your car. I mean, that shit ain't fun. You can get all that shit repaired.
Facts.
They ain't thinking with that head anyway.
I am.
What head they thinking with?
You ain't crazy, Mama Noise.
What?
I'm so glad you ain't crazy.
Well.
Why you gotta say it like that?
That's basically letting you. She got to look crazy at her.
I don't like the way you say it.
You know, it's the power of Christ that compels me.
What the hell?
That's
level 2. You might want to move that one up. That's a level 2.
Well, we're gonna see how this night goes. If she I'm still here tomorrow, then you know.
I'm just saying.
Shout out to Al B. Miss him tonight.
Miss you, Bartholomew.
Shout out to who else we missing?
Shout out to Cuz. You know, we miss him. Cuz,
yeah, Cuz. I don't know what's going on, but I hope he's all right over there. He didn't blink when he came on the screen, so I am concerned.
Probably the dog again.
Yep.
Or the neighbor.
Yep. But we've had a good show tonight, man. But we're gonna have an even better one tomorrow, y'all. We're going in. If you thought we was going in tonight, wait till tomorrow. Talk that Tuesday. Is the government failing black people, or are black people failing themselves? Those are our two questions tomorrow on Talk That Tuesday. So we going in tomorrow. Yeah, we're going in tomorrow. So join us, be with us, be ready. Should be good.
Black people failing black.
Say that in the ecstasy. That's funny. That's funny.
I mean, because she really didn't have me more places to put more names on. I mean, her ass cheek was about to sorry.
Thank you for joining us here tonight. Talkin Noiz Daily Podcast.